You saw the title. Yes, the American dream has a boundary line, and it slices straight through 12 states. We're mapping the hidden infrastructure tax that turns cheap rent into expensive futures. One state leads with 16.6% of its 18 to 24-year-olds disconnected from work and school. Let that sink in. I'll show you why a low mortgage means nothing if you can't get broadband for classes or a bus to an internship. And the twist? A few states quietly dodge the crisis. Proof the map isn't destiny. You're not ready for number 7 and number 3 back to back. Number 1, Maine. Maine lures you with cheap acres, clean air, and towns where the cop knows your dog's name. Safe, quiet, sane. Sounds like a steal. But here's the catch. Distance taxes your time. If you're 19 without a car, your map shrinks to whatever's walkable. FCC maps show rural gaps where broadband just stops. Down east, online classes buffer, then die. A nor'easter rolls through and your hotspot becomes a coaster. Entry-level jobs bunch along the coast or in Portland, while a community college might sit 60 miles away. Youth poverty spikes in Aroostook and Washington counties, and digital access links tightly to staying in school. Number 2, Vermont. Vermont sells the dream. Farm stands, fiber arts, low crime, latte in a mason jar. It feels handcrafted. But here's the catch. Old houses mean drafty winters and utility bills that bite. Broadband swings from solid in town to nope on the ridge. That cozy cabin? It's a glorified hotspot roulette. Students stack ski season shifts, then watch hours vanish mud season. Bus routes look fine on a PDF, but getting from Randolph to an internship in Burlington eats half a day. Number 3, New Hampshire. New Hampshire breaks the pattern. Youth here stay plugged into work or school at some of the best rates in the country. It's real. It's happening. Low taxes get the headlines. But here's the catch. The real engine is location plus links. Employers line the I-93 corridor, from Salem to Manchester to Concord, feeding steady entry-level roles. Commuter rails, park and rides, and straight-shot highways tie southern New Hampshire to Boston's job market, which acts like a spillover safety net. Number 4, West Virginia. On paper, West Virginia looks like a cheat code. Cheap homes, tight towns, hand-me-down trucks that still run. You feel known. Transit is thin. Miss one ride, lose a shift. Hospitals have merged or moved, so a simple specialist visit becomes a road trip, and that's if your car starts. Broadband in many Appalachian counties still lags, so online classes sputter. Add low workforce participation and opioid fallout, and staying employed gets fragile fast. Number 5, Florida. But here's the catch. Wages lag while rent and car costs climb. Colleges sit far apart, so class plus shift work becomes a maze. In Orlando and Tampa, cost of living outpaces typical service pay, so people stack 2 part-time jobs with on-call hours that wreck a semester plan. Transit exists, but the routes and timing rarely match late-night shifts. Sprawl means 45-minute commutes for a 10-mile drive. Miss one class, fall behind 2. It's doable with a reliable car, a flexible boss, and a strict schedule. Otherwise, the sunshine tax shows up as stalled credits and delayed degrees. Move north and older infrastructure meets old school industries. Number 6, Pennsylvania. Philly and Pittsburgh look solid. Universities, hospitals, tech labs, art scenes, real transit. You can step off a bus and land near a campus or a clinic job. It feels like the ladder is right there. But here's the catch. Drive an hour out and the rungs thin fast. Old mill towns lost anchors. Broadband fades in Appalachian counties, and apprenticeships cluster where the growth already is. Kids in the Mon Valley can see the skyline, but without a car, getting to a co-op or evening training is a mini odyssey with transfers and gaps. Number 7, Montana. Montana looks like a cheat code. You can rent a place that belongs on a desktop wallpaper for less than a city studio. Quiet, big sky, low drama. But here's the catch. Distance is brutal. A community college can be 90 minutes away, and winter adds an ice tax to every plan. Seasonal tourism work rules schedules in Bozeman, Big Sky, and the park towns, so hours swing like a broken metronome. Remote classes help until a storm knocks out service and your quiz freezes at 92%. Number 8, Delaware. Delaware teases you with no sales tax, rents that don't nuke your paycheck if you're inland, and Amtrak right there like a cheat code. Sounds frictionless, but here's the catch. The latter narrows fast outside Wilmington and Newark. Big roles live in chemical, finance, and healthcare, yet internships and training pile up near those headquarters. DART runs, but cross-county frequency is spotty, so a 10-mile hop can turn into a 2-transfer saga. Youth disconnection flares in Sussex County, and distance multiplies the drag. Number 9, South Carolina. South Carolina looks like a win. BMW, Boeing, and port jobs. Rents that don't empty your wallet. You think, easy ladder. But here's the catch. K to 12 proficiency drags, and buses fade fast once you leave the metros. Plants want credentials. Students need algebra that sticks and a ride that shows up. Many have neither, so they stall in retail shifts or temp warehouse gigs that flip schedules like a coin. State tests trend soft in math. Youth unemployment lingers in rural pockets, and transit gaps turn a 12-mile training site into a no-go. Apprenticeship Carolina? Strong placements where it reaches, thin where it doesn't. Number 10, New Mexico. Here's the headline. 16.6% of New Mexico's 18 to 24-year-olds are disconnected from work and school. Let that sink in. Stunning mesas don't pay for transit. Rural isolation, underfunded schools, and broadband dead zones cap mobility. Towns sit far apart, bus systems are thin, and uneven high school completion feeds a weak pipeline. Add high teen birth rates and deep poverty, and every missed class becomes a missed month. Wallet Hub and Newsweek flag the disconnection rate. State data shows credential gaps. Rural broadband maps still show holes. Experts tie all of this to poverty cycles that repeat like a glitch you can't clear. It's like living in a house with great views and a locked front door. Number 11, Oregon. Portland sells you on transit, bikes, coffee, and tech-light gigs. Feels efficient, feels modern. But here's the catch. Head east of the Cascades and the signal fades. Broadband maps show big holes, and buses thin to nothing. Even in the metro, rent hikes shove students to the edge, so school and work become a 2-transfer saga that eats your week. Community colleges are lifelines, but labs at 8 a.m. don't match a 90-minute commute and a closing shift. Wildfire season adds smoke days and campus shutdowns, knocking schedules off track. Metro youth stay enrolled and employed more. Rural rates slide. Number 12, Wyoming. Wyoming looks tax-free and wide open. No income tax, tiny population, and views retirees post like trophies. Sounds efficient. But here's the catch. Towns sit far apart, and industries bunch up. If you're 20, the entry-level menu is short. Energy rules the board, then swings. Oil, gas, coal. So hiring surges, freezes, repeats. Campuses and training centers sit hours apart. FCC maps show broadband hugging highways, then fading to good luck a few miles out. Let that sink in. Cheap states aren't cheap if they choke your future. That's the play. Low rent means nothing when school, work, and Wi-Fi don't connect. That's the hidden infrastructure tax. Paid in time, stress, and missed chances. Like this video so the algorithm thinks I'm important. Subscribe because someday you'll want to escape. And drop a comment. Would you trade low rent for no broadband? Yes or nope?